And we are live. Welcome to the NBA Strategy Prep Show. I like that more. We'll think about that moving forward. I'm Josh Engleman. Thursday, November 13th. Just 3 games today. We had a big one yesterday. Very tame today. Another decently sized slate tomorrow for the NBA Cup. But we're here to break down these 3 games. We got nothing but time ahead of us. So if you want to talk basketball, today's the day. Maybe we could talk a little bit about how Nikola Jokic is somehow even better than he's ever been before, which seems incredible. He can't miss. He's shooting like 83% from mid-range and like 75% from, 85% from the rim and like 75% in mid-range. I don't get it. This dude's too damn good. But tonight, got Toronto at Cleveland. We've got the Pacers at Phoenix, and we've got Atlanta at Utah. This is a real terrible set of basketball games for a Thursday night football slate. Because Utah is one of the worst teams in the league. Indy's one of the worst teams in the league. Phoenix is one of the worst teams in the league. I am not a believer in Toronto. Atlanta's already missing Trae Young, and I mean, Cleveland's real, but whatever. The most expensive player on today's slate is Scotty Barnes at 8,500. What are these lineups going to look like today? 8,500 Barnes, $8,300 Jalen Johnson, $8,100 Lauri Markkanen. Those are the 3 most expensive salaries on today's slate. We only have 3 guys above 8K. What is this going to look like? Similarly to that, boy, oh boy, is DraftKings getting away from MPEs. From 8,500 down to, let's see, 4,600. All of the top, 20 dudes in salary today don't have an MPE. 4 of them are center only. Porzingis, Nurkic, Okongwu, Jakob Poeltl. This slate is disgusting. What does the just center position look like? Okay, this is... Now I have to make some rotational changes, so maybe somebody else is going to pop in here. Porzingis, Nurkic, Okongwu, Poeltl, Filipowski, Murray Boyles, Mo Gay. Oh my gosh. Let's just get into it. Let's start building out these teams and figure out where we're going to be. That boy Paul Reed did put up a 60 burger. That wasn't fun. That was not fun. All right, let's look at Toronto. So to start the day off, Jonathan Mobo out, AJ Lawson out, Elijah Martin out, Chucky Hepburn out. Q tags on Colin Murray Boyles, Ochai Agbaji, and Sandro Mamukelashvili. So, a lot of Q tags here. On a day where everybody that plays is available to be rostered. Sandro Mamukelashvili, if he's in today, I would imagine is mildly popular. That's where it starts to get a little weird. So let's project these guys. I'm just going to wipe out everybody's minutes and then set everybody to rotation and figure this out. Because we have infinite time right now to project everything here. So let's just work our way through this team. Trevor, he's not a power forward. I'd probably start there. All right, Emmanuel quickly, 32 minutes makes some sense. RJ Barrett at 32, I think makes a bunch of sense. There's a case for 33 for quickly. 34 for Brandon Ingram for sure. 33 for Scotty Barnes for sure. I did not see that Jakob Poeltl played 30 minutes for the Crafters last time out. That is a very interesting change for today. Huh. How many minutes is... Wait, let's look at the popcorn machine. Because they were short-handed. I don't know if that matters. Okay, so he just played like... I mean, what the hell was he going to play if it were close? Like, was he live to play 32? I mean, clearly we can't just go to the 30 mark. That's insane. Does kind of feel like they're going to start to stretch. I'm going to go 26. That's more than any other game besides the last one, but only by a minute. That could go up upwards of like 27 or 28 is there, but I just don't want to go there yet. All right, 20 for Colin Murray Boyles is easy. Let's get Mamu for... Let's just start with 18. Still have 45 minutes to go. So next up, let's get Jamal Shedd's backup point guard run in. And then we'll get... Oh, God, Grady Dick just does not play that much. Let's get Grady Dick in. And then I'm going to split it between Jacoby Walter and O'Shea Agbaji, I guess. Close enough. Okay, so decent starting spot for this Raptors rotation. Again, they're 7.5 point dogs in Cleveland, 240 total. I mean, basically zero chance they're changing their Quickly, Barrett, Ingram, Barnes, Pirtle starting lineup. So now we need to look at Cleveland, who is a completely different team than they were yesterday. Obviously, they sat everybody. Garland didn't play, Mitchell didn't play, Mobley didn't play, Jalen Tyson didn't play. This one will look a little bit different. So let's get these guys projected out for today and see where we stand. I'm guessing we don't get Lonzo today. Let's double check. But I'm going to assume he's sitting. Didn't play the second half of that back-to-back. Didn't play the front half of that back-to-back. So we can make sure we're just not putting Lonzo in, and that will be easy. I'm just going to move him right now to the injured section. Now let's start passing out some minutes here. This should actually be relatively easy. So we had Darius Garland get to 28 minutes at his peak. At a minimum, that's what he's getting here. I'm going to go 29 for right now. Let's go 33 for Mitch. 30 for Hunter. 33 for Mobley. 27 for Jared Allen, I guess. Man, minutes have become weird. It's a time in life where like all of those guys would have been easy 33s. All right, let's finish off the rest of this rotation. So Sam Merrill is going to step in for 23 probably. Dean Wade is going to be good for probably like 20. Probably another 20 for Jalen Tyson. Minutes are climbing. 2:15, 25 to go. Nance gets, 14. 11 to go. That can be Craig Porter Jr., I guess. All right, that last game, did they really only go 8? And Lonzo? Yeah, it's probably going to be Craig Porter Jr., especially coming off of yesterday's quite nice game. It's 11? That feels low. Don't really have much of a choice, though. All right, that's going to be Cleveland and Toronto. Now, without making any rate adjustments, I just want to see, based on what I have in our... No, that's actually not going to work. I forgot Cleveland is just going to be eviscerated. Actually, that might not be that bad. Garland over, Mitchell under, Hunter way under, Mobley way under, Allen way under. Let's just pull those. Okay, I can get here with a pretty quick tweak. Biggest problem guy here is kind of everybody except Darius Garland, which is weird. Probably need like something like 23 per. Yeah, that's going to be good. No, that's still miles high. All right, now we're getting closer. Actually, I think he's probably not the guy that I want to tweak. It's Mitchell, Mobley, and Hunter that'll probably unlock this here. They're all kind of equally far away. So 28% usage for Mitchell, 20 for Hunter, 20 for Mobley. Basically, all of those need to go up a notch. If I go 20, 31, 23, 23, how close does that get me? Neutral, 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 under, way under. Okay, so we are close. 30, 22, and 22. Now we're talking. Are any of these bench guys going up? No, not really. I'm finding it very difficult to project this Cleveland Cavaliers team. Like, very difficult. Let's just take a peek at that for right now. All right, first game up. We've got some data. Very preliminary. Most of that looks normal. Not a single player in the game north of a 5x value. That I am not surprised by in any way. Mobley has that best value at 8,600. Not shocking. I said it before. I'm going to say it again. Sandro Mamukelashvili, if he's in, is the fourth best point per dollar play I'm getting at 4K. Probably have Jared Allen a little under projected here. But how I'm going to get to that, I'm not entirely sure. Most of this looks fine, though. Jared Allen rebounding less so far this year, too. I was thinking about tweaking that, but now Evan Mobley's rebound rate needs to get moved. No, it doesn't. Also down. Interesting. Oh, I am. No, that's all fine. I'm actually okay with where I have this right now. this first game. So the one big key takeaway here is Toronto-Cleveland starts at 7. The other two games both start at 9. So, like, from a news perspective, if there's nonsense going on in those late games, we probably don't know what's up at 7. This is the biggest disparity in betting line today. So, like, not that I give a shit about blowouts on a 3-gamer, but this is the most likely game to have like a disproportionate outcome. We don't have a ton of value, and this is going to be the game that has the most pay-up type dudes. So, like, locking in here does limit your swaps a bit, but there's probably just overall better players in this one. You got the 4 Toronto guys, you got all the Cleveland guys. Very different than what we got going on in Indy, Phoenix, and Utah. I mean, this first Toronto-Cleveland game is a mess. An absolute mess. How the hell do you prioritize anything here? I guess let's just... Like, where... There's just no value. There's no value anywhere. Just 8,600, 7,700, 6,700. Then you get Mamu. 95, 64, 85, 60. You can't roster all these guys. We don't have enough salary. We are going to be playing some next level stupid names today. Because you're going to have to. You're just going to have to. Let's keep it moving. Let's get through these games so we could like really analyze the slate. Indiana Pacers. They've got the Suns tonight. Pacers are 4.5-point dogs, 233 total. Pacers lost to the Jazz 152 to 128 last time out. No Benedict Mathurin, Johnny Furphy, Cam Jones, Obi Toppin, Quentin Jackson, or Tyrese Halliburton. Zach Justice. Yes, that is absolutely true. We do not know if Darius Garland is playing. We don't know anything about Cleveland today. In theory, Garland could be sitting again because they did mess up his toe and he's been having toe issues. Realistically, like, other people can sit too. So we could find value in Cleveland, Zach. That's a great point. Whether that's Craig Porter Jr. or Proctor or something, like, because Lonzo's definitely not playing. And if we have no Lonzo, no Garland, we will open up a little bit more value. So the Pacers. Expected starting lineup of Andrew Nembhard, Aaron Nesmith, Pascal Siakam, Jeremiah Robinson Earl, and Isaiah Jackson, because reasons. So let's project out this Pacers rotation. Nembhard's feeling pretty good right at 31. Nesmith feels good at 31. Siakam's just playing 35. JRE 22, 23. Isaiah Jackson 21. Starting lineups just ain't what they used to be, man. So different now. All right, let's fill out the rest of these idiots. So we only got 11 minutes out of TJ McConnell in that first game back. That's not what I was expecting. Give him 14 today. I assume it creeps up. Jarris Walker off the bench. I'm going to go somewhere in that 23 range. Ben Shepherd's probably going to be like 19. J Huff 14. Oh my God, fuck this team. Tony Bradley 14? I don't know. God, this team stinks. How many minutes is that? Still have 15 to go. That's perfect. All right, so it appears to just probably be Monty Morris and Cody Martin here. So we're going to go 13 to Morris, and then that was what, like 2 to Cody Martin? Easy. These games, man. These games and these teams. So not good at basketball. Phoenix. So Phoenix is on the second half of a back-to-back. They beat the Mavs yesterday. So we don't have any idea what's happening here. Expectation is that Mark Williams isn't playing. Morning, Chris. Okay, so the only back-to-back that Phoenix has had so far this season, he did sit. They haven't had one since. So let's get Mark Williams out of there. Let's get Nick Richards in. And then let's figure out what this is going to look like now with no Mark Williams. Don't be hating on your pay. I mean, David, apologies, but they're terrible. To be fair, they should be. But, you know, anytime you're dusting off Jeremiah Robinson Earl as a starter, something went wrong. All right, I got to shift everybody down a peg. Perfect. Good. Let's get these minutes in. Whoosh. All right, Devin Booker gets 37. What grade would I give Mark Williams' tenure so far? Incomplete? I think that's really the only the answer that exists. Incomplete. I mean, I'm not that big of a Mark Williams guy to begin with. I mean, he's just been the same guy he always is. More or less. He's good on offense and atrocious on defense. Yeah, playback was fun last night. Shout out Tony Reale for popping on. That's something I didn't think I'd ever say that I did in my life. All right, Dylan Brooks got up to 31 again. I think 30 for him right now is fine. And then probably something like 28 for Royce. Now, obviously, whether it's Nick Richards, Oso Ighodaro, Malawach, I don't know who's going to start at the 5 today. I mean, probably not Malawach, considering they won't play him anyway, but I don't know. 18 minutes for Nick Richards. I mean, my guess is that they just split it. David, absolutely. Yeah, if they get lucky enough, the Halliburton, Siakam insert new guy here will be very helpful for them and should allow them to get off of Siakam in 3 or 4 years. Okay, Ryan Dunn just kind of plays 24 minutes a night unless he's starting. That seems easy. Should I be assuming that Ighodaro plays over Nick Richards or starts over Nick Richards? I don't know. I don't think it's going to matter. He's just going to get 18 too. This will be something we'll figure out way later. Colin Gillespie's going to need like 22. Jordan Goodwin's going to need like 20. I should still have a ton. Yeah, I still got 10 minutes left. I'm going to assume a lot of that goes to Malawach. So let's give him 3. 2 to Isaiah Livers, 1 to Nigel Hayes. Fleming gone, Brea gone, Huntley gone, Hayes fringe, Livers fringe, Malawach fringe. That's Phoenix. That's another game in the books. Let's see what this one looks like to start. Much more value here, but this is the grossest thing we're going to look at. Now, again, don't get attached to the names that I say, just the logistics of this. Nick Richards, 5.66x. I gave him 18 minutes. Jordan Goodwin, 5.57x his salary, 3,500. Has an MPE, which is quite rare. 20 minutes is what I gave him. Second best value here. Isaiah Jackson, 4,900. 5.29x his salary. Third best value. Yes, the 3 best value plays in this one are Nick Richards, Jordan Goodwin, and Isaiah Jackson. Obviously, Nick Richards' name could become Oso Ighodaro's name, potentially. Someone's going to look good. But we need those guys so that we can roster your Pascal Siakams, your Devin Bookers. Like, it's just so crazy at the top. Let's just get through Atlanta and Utah, and then we could really dig into like the logistics of this. So Atlanta on a back-to-back beat the Kings by 33 last night. Just absolutely embarrassed them. They get Utah today. They're 2.5-point favorites, 233 total. We should not be expecting Kristaps Porzingis to play in this one. Zinger did sit there back-to-back on the 7th and 8th. It's the only other back-to-back they've had. So let's go ahead and get him out, which should make Onyeka Okongwu look like one of the better options for today. But we don't know. And obviously, they could be missing something else, and we wouldn't know because we don't have their injury report, and we're not going to get it till hopefully 1:30, but probably 2:30 or 3:30, given this is a 9 o'clock start. All right, Nickeil Alexander-Walker. I'm just going to get him in for 30. Dyson Daniels goes in for 34. Reese Shea has been slowly creeping back up. 31, 27, and 30 in the last 3 prior to last night's assault of the Sacramento Kings. One less guy. I'm going to go 27 on Reese Shea. I think Zachary Reese Shea is going to be one of my preferred options unless he's got a dumb price. We're going to get Jalen Johnson in for 33. In Onyeka Okongwu's 2 starts, it's 35 minutes and 32 minutes. At the very least, you're getting 32 there, brother. Alrighty, now the rest of these guys. So we're going to get Vit Krejci in for 23. We're going to get Luke Kennard in for 20. We're going to get Keaton Wallace in for 21. We're going to get Mo Gay in for 21. Oh, boy, that's all of them. All right. Might need to trim a couple of these. I thought I'd have a little bit more spillover than that. Not that I'm just take it to 22 on Vit Krejci. And just one little spillover minute onto Asa Newell just to make my life easier. Get Caleb Houston out of there. So that would be Atlanta. Anything weird in their rates? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, I'm going to have to go through Atlanta's rates right now. They're way too far off for me to go too crazy here. All right, so we're way under on usage. So this should actually be pretty easy to get to. Neutral Nickeil Alexander-Walker, way over projecting Dyson Daniels. Neutral Risachet, over on Jalen Johnson, way over Okongwu. This should be a relatively easy fix. If I just step on Dyson Daniels ever so slightly, I think it's going to move everybody else into their correct spots. That makes Walker look a bit better, Daniels look a bit better, Risachet look a bit better, Jalen Johnson and Okongwu with a big step up. But this is going to be the first one we're going to look at on PBP stats. I want to see what kind of rates we have so far with Trae Young off the floor. That's on the floor, stupid. There we go. All right. Dyson Daniels, just shy of a 16% usage rate. Okongwu's at 20. Jalen Johnson at 24. Nickeil Alexander-Walker at 27. KP at 26. Now, if I also get Kristaps Porzingis off, these samples will be pretty minimal. This should light our path. All right, Okongwu, about 20. Daniels, about 20. It's 24 on Johnson, 27 on Walker, 24 on Risachet as well. This might actually be easier for me. Oh, that's perfect. That is so perfect. Oh, huzzah, I could do it both at once. That's so much easier. Okay, so I need to get Nickeil Alexander-Walker up a little bit higher, and I need to get Onyeka Okongwu down slightly. That's probably going to be it. Oh, that's perfect. So that keeps Jalen Johnson up. Now I actually have to bump Risachet up ever so slightly. So Risachet drops, actually goes to 21.7. Does that get him to 20? How does that bring him down? That makes no sense. Now I kind of think I need more Jalen Johnson. These tweaks are weird. I want to get Atlanta right because I'm really interested. Is there anybody breaking free from the bench? Yes. Keaton Wallace. Yeah, I gotta steal his usage. That's gonna open me up. That is gonna open me up so much more for the rest of these guys. Perfect. All right. I think we are in a good spot for Atlanta now. at least from a usage perspective. Let's take a look at free throws. Okongwu is shooting more free throws, although I've already handled that, so yay me. Assist rate on Nickeil Alexander-Walker, I don't have to touch. Rebounds for Onyeka Okongwu. 3.4 and 10. Don't even have to move that one. I actually think we're in pretty good shape for Atlanta. Okay. And then we get to Utah. The Jazz, obviously, as I mentioned, beat the hell out of the Pacers. Now they're here. They've got the Bulls on Sunday. No real injury nonsense for these guys. So we could actually project Utah pretty normally, which is nice. So we've got Keontae George. Feels like a 32 type day. Svi around 27. Might be too high. It's probably not. All right, Ace Bailey has played 26 and 28 in his 2 starts. I think placeholder 26 makes some sense right now. 34 for Markkanen. Man, I can't even imagine what Markkanen I'm going to get. I get him on 9 gamers. And then Nurkic, 26 or 27 is going to be where you want to be here. Collier in that 23 or 24 range. Kyle Filipowski right around 21. Walter Clayton just plays 15 a night. That leaves us 35 to go. Get a sip of this Gatorade. Throat feels dry. Been talking a lot lately. This has been this is a big talking week. I think I talked on streams for 5 hours yesterday. I'm gonna need to drink some tea and shut the hell up this weekend. All right, Bryce Sensabaugh can get 10. Honestly, all of these idiots are about to get 10. Yeah, there's Utah. These rates should all be good. Close enough to good, at least. Is Bryce Sensabaugh's usage rate really like that? Apparently. Holy shit. All right, any other rates here? Fine. Markkanen or Ace Bailey on rebounds? No and no. Fair enough. Is that it, folks? We have walked through everybody. Let's look at the whole slate. So this is the whole shebang. Highest projected pay up for me personally to start the day is Pascal Siakam at 9,700. And then it's Jalen Johnson at 8,300. Just looking at that right now, if I'm even close to right, Jalen Johnson's going to be one of the most popular plays of the day. The most popular play of the day is likely Onyeka Okongwu. 6,200, center only. Am I wildly over projecting his props? No. I'm not. Okongwu is going to be crazy popular. Jalen Johnson is likely to be very popular. Whoever starts at center for Phoenix, Jordan Goodwin, Isaiah Jackson. Woof, guys. Woof. I mean, this is not an appealing basketball slate, but I kind of love it as a DFS slate. Because if you've got an angle today, take it. Because we don't really have that much stupid news to wait for. It's just for the most part, this is just 6 teams of guys priced where they should be. Like, there's not a lot of value here. And even from like a late swap perspective, at least as of right now, we don't really see it. I like this. I am warming up to liking this. I wish I had a clue what this was going to look like today, though. So we're going to be waiting on Mamu, Colin Murray-Boyles, O'Shea Akbaji, and then all of the back-to-back stuff. I'm not sure I have anything else I could look at for today. Today might actually be a day where we finally play Devin Booker. That's fun. But I don't know if I have anything left here, guys. Is there anything you guys want me to look at for today? Otherwise, I think I'm just going to go and get these projections up and get started on the day. Big NFL day today. No surprises there. NFL strategy show this morning. NFL live before lock later tonight. You'll get that for Thursday night football. I don't know who plays. Oh, it's Jets Pats. Have fun with that tonight, guys. Has Jaren Jackson been playing back-to-backs? I didn't look because I just assumed so. Didn't play the second half of the back-to-back in both of these games. Brandon, that's a really nice point out right there. I didn't think about it. Atlanta just hasn't been on my radar with Trey out. He might not play. That's certainly on the table. Now, obviously, we'll have a little bit more information once we get the injury report, but that could be a massive swing piece. Because if he doesn't play, we're going to be playing a lot of Mo Gay and Asa Newell and Zach Risache. That will be a wild change. Because I think Jalen Johnson's like already one of the best plays you can get to today. If we take him off, that's going to be a lot. See if we can find anything here. Doesn't seem it. I was hoping there was like a news blurb talking about whether or not he plays these back-to-backs, but at least as of right now, he hasn't played one. All right, we're gonna make a note of this right now. Keep your eye on the news for Jalen Johnson and whether or not he's playing this back-to-back. That one almost slipped through my radar. That is a very wild scenario if he sits. Because for me right now, I mean, we're talking about the second best. We're talking about the best pay-up value at 8,300 in a matchup against the Utah Jazz, no less. Tasty. It's tasty. That's going to do it, guys. We're going to be here tomorrow for the full 2 hours. I'm going to take this opportunity to grab an hour of my life back and get all of this stuff ready. I think I should be able to get the strategy show VOD and the starting five VOD out super early today. So keep your eyes peeled for those. They should be up within the next hour or two. And then later tonight, NBA Live Before Lock. It's Thursday, so no deeper dive. You'll get an hour of NBA Live Before Lock. I'm assuming it's myself and Eric Lindquist, and then we will lead it into NFL Live Before Lock later tonight. Fun slate, man. Tomorrow, NBA Cup, and we get to go through every single bit of it. How many games do we have tomorrow? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, 9 total games. Optimally, DraftKings drops the 9:30, and we're done at 8:30. Whether they do, they probably will, but I don't know. FanDuel probably keeps all of it. Any good games? Heat Knicks will be fun. Sixers Pistons is fun. Portland Houston, I can't wait. That's so fun for me in the NBA Cup. Hornets Bucks sucks. Kings Wolves sucks. Lakers Pels sucks. Clippers Mavs suck. Warriors Spurs is awesome, but I won't see it, and we just saw it yesterday. Miami Knicks will be fun to watch at 7 o'clock. I hope that's not a national TV game. There we go. Thank you for being here, everybody. Hit the like button on your way out the door and sign up at Stokastic. See you guys in the morning, closing out our work week.